Hello, welcome to the Retro Show. I'm Mike, and we're going to be looking at more games for your BBC Micro. Now, for those who are just going into my channel, what is the BBC Micro? So, the BBC Micro is a series of microcomputers and was basically made by the British Broadcasting Corporation. The actual computer itself was created by Acorn Computers, which they made their own version, like a cheaper down version, but these were mostly in the classroom. You could buy them, but they were extraordinarily expensive. But you're more interested in more games for your BBC Micro, so stay tuned. Alright, so we're back. Alright, so let's grab the first game, I believe, is this? No, I want to grab it from here. Run disk. So this is Centipede. So this was done by Richard Tricky Broadhurst. Thank you very much, Richard, for this awesome looking game. Actually, it plays really well. So the thing I have to do is I have to make sure the analog mouse is used because it uses the trackball, which I don't have a trackball. I'm using this guy. Oops. So here we go. Let's see if I can play this now. A little bit of interesting history about the not the BBC Micro. Like the BBC Micro, I think hopefully you didn't misunderstand me in the beginning title. It was the Acorn line of computers from Acorn that made a home version of this BBC home computer. It's because I guess they were A, very bulky, and B, mostly is they were too expensive because they were made for the computer use and not the home use. So they came out with a stripped down version. And the interesting thing is a lot of the BBC Micro's internals in the Acorn were reduced to one chip. And I forget what the actual chip's called, but that's actually an ancestor of the RISC processor. So that was pretty interesting. Yeah, a lot of kids in the UK grew up with using these computers at schools. And I was trying to look for the list of publishers, and there's a lot of like homebrew publishers or kids at school. A lot of educational stuff, of course, which would make sense. Not like Sega. I don't think Sega made any games for this thing, or Atari, because I would totally make an Atari video on computers made by Atari to the BBC Micro. I would totally do that, but no luck. Unless I'm missing something. Let me know in the comments if you say, "Oh yeah, Mike, they made hundreds of BBC Micro games from Atari." I don't know what you're talking about. Your information is flawed. I did better. This is my second take, by the way. I forgot to record my audio, and we're game over. All right, so let's try another game. This is Scramble, which is again from Richard. Thank you very much, Richard. So I'm gonna actually check out that site, stardoc.org/uk/forums, because yeah, this is his work. So it is tab key. Oh, did I choose joystick? I better choose joystick. Am I back to... Oh. I know it's one of these keys, but I can never... I thought it was tab. Oh, wait a minute. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go... I got the tab working. Oh my goodness. I guess I'm doing good okay without the bombs. But I like the bombs. But the bombs! There we go. At least I got one of them. I think the most important... fake it, fake it, fake it, fake it, fake it, fake it, fake them. Excellent. Ah! Wow, alright. Come on. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Ah! Just trying to figure out which key it is. Oh, there it goes, maybe. Man, this thing doesn't get very good mileage. Again, I would love to have, not again, but I said this in my other one, and I will say it, my other take, but I'll say in this one, imagine that, this is how you get fuel. You have to blow stuff up. I like unleaded. Boom! Missed it. Ah, and I hit the fuel. Stop it! Stop it! Mama, 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 mama. There we go. Still don't know what button I'm hitting. I'm just kind of tapping on my keyboard. Okay. Alright. That's enough of that. So this is Planet Nimbid? Oh, wait a minute. I still have to use... whoops. I have to use the master model, which is a later version. So File, Run Disk, the Planet. Let's go with the Planet. Oh yeah, this one. Imagine if I can make my hat do this. Like, just like, with the song. And probably most of you are gonna skip through this. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Bye-bye. 21st century game for the BBC Master. Oh, it's the BBC Master. Alright, so it is A and S left and right, or Z and X. Return space thrusts. Ooh, whoa, you are freaky. This reminds me of Jet Set Willy, kind of. And there we go. Ooh, man, that's getting freaky. It's gotten freaky. Ooh. Well, that's easy enough. Of course, it's my second video, not second video, but second attempt at this video. So this is like the master not master version. Well, this is the BBC Micro Master. Ah. Oh, you are a freak. So anybody, what version? You know what? For those people who had this particular piece, microcomputer, I want to know what version you had. Did you have the original one, or one of 4 or 5 versions they came out with? Or did you have an Acorn model? I want to know. Because I've never had any of these computers, so yeah, I've had, like, for instance, my Commodore 64 was just the stock version, which James made a lot of. I think it's still like the most for I think it holds like the most world record on the amount of systems sold. Unless I'm wrong. It used to hold the record for a very long time. I don't know if it still does. Ooh. Oh, this one. Alright, so none touching the walls. No touchy walls. No touchy walls. Okay, that was weird. Gonna take your time now. And there we go. Ooh, a little bit more. Alright. So I know that most publishers would, is that an egg? Can I just like jump in the ship? No. Oh, it gets destroyed. Oh, that sucks. Alright, well, I guess that we learn something new every day. Oh, it just repeats itself? Oh, or not. Alright, so, next game. Run disc. This has to be on the master version. And I think this is the star of the show. This is Stunt Car Racer, which has been ported to the BBC Micro. Or the master version. So I need S and D, left and right. Return is boost, and space is brake, and escape is to leave race. Okay. So I want a single player because I have nobody. Oops. Name. Right. Start racing session that I have played. Alright, so I played this a lot on my Atari ST, I remember that. Let's see. Ooh, it looks nice. Of course you have the color palette, but for what it what it looks like comparing to the ST version or the Amiga version, it looks awesome. Oh, there must be Jumpin' Jack. Get my way, Jumpin' Jack. Boink. Bye. Don't forget to write. Slow down a little bit. Ooh, boink. Alright. Come on. Alright. Alright. Whoa. Yeehaw. Whoa. Oh. I have the song in my head. It's gonna be lasting for a while. Whoa. Mummy! Alright. I was saying about versions of games for certain systems. I don't know about the BBC Micro, but I know, like, for instance, the ZX Spectrum had different versions, but the developers would just make it for one system because it's backwards compatible instead of taking advantage of the new hardware. So a lot of times, some systems weren't very successful because even though they came out maybe with another version later on that had, like, superior graphics, whatever, the publisher, which is true, like I would be the same way if I had a publisher. Yeah, right. I won race. Perfect. So they would make a game, just say for Model A, and then that was very popular. They came up with Model B, and it was backwards compatible to Model A, but your main basis of all your people would buy the game had Model A's. They would make it only for Model A, even though Model B would be like faster loading, whatever. So it's very hard. Imagine this, again, I keep saying this in a lot of my videos. Like, imagine if this was released on the BBC Micro. Like, this would get, like, news coverage, I'm sure, from the UK. From BBC, like, if you had this kind of graphics back then, oh yeah. Uh-oh. I hate when I do that. It's been doing that for the Atari ST too. I go sideways. So if you don't know, if you never played this game, notice the bar on the top. See, there's got a crack developing there? That's like your life bar. So if the crack goes all the way at the other end, I think it's either the race is over or the game is over. I always drive this fast in this game. Because I want to beat Mr. Jumping Jack guy. It's a gas. I'm gonna mess up. No! Whoa, 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 Sonny boy. Am I ever going to catch up? Whoa there! Oh, come on. Am I beating him? At least catching up? Oh, I lost race. Jumping jack one. So I'm back to the little ramp. What if this was out in DOS? Bye. I remember one of the cheats was, oh, that's bad, where I was indestructible, so you didn't have to worry about that bar in the front. It was just kind of sit there. I remember that cheat on my Atari ST, I think. My memory's a funny thing. Funny thing. Let me see how fast I can go. Just like, oh, never done. Okay. I think we're done. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video because I enjoyed you having here or being here. Anyway, if you like these kind of videos, give me a thumbs up. Don't like them, give me a thumbs down. Any feedback will be appreciated. Until the next video, this is Mike, signing off.